Hey there, friends and foes. Good morning, multiverse. This is actually not Saturday. It is the Sunday before Christmas. And this is kind of our Christmas pre-show episode where I'm going to be doing a couple of cereal reviews that I promised to do earlier, but I got sick and lost my voice. We're going to taste test the Friends Vanilla Bean Latte cereal and take a trip back to 1960 with Twinkles, both courtesy of General Mills, and we are going to do that right after this.
Saturday morning, it's fun for all. Cartoons and cereal, let's have a ball. Comic books, kaiju, pro wrestling too. The fun is waiting for you. Back of the cereal box.
All right, friends and foes, this is Back of the Cereal Box, the show that celebrates the fun of the Saturdays of our youth while navigating adulthood today. And that, for me, means a Gen X Christmas and all of the fun that came with it. And, of course, when I was a kid, we would jump in our pajamas, and I'm wearing my Scooby-Doo pajamas this morning. We would rush downstairs on Saturday morning to watch cartoons and then read comic books, watch kaiju movies. And because we didn't have smartphones and tablets at the breakfast table, at the breakfast table, we were reading the back of the cereal box. That was our newspaper. That was our internet. And that's how I grew up. Grew up watching cartoons, reading comic books, kaiju movies, Star Wars movies, pro wrestling. They all made me who I am today. And today, I'm the prophet of pop culture, John Pica. You can call me Johnny Beyond if you dare. So let's jump right into this. We're going to start with the Friends Vanilla Bean Latte cereal as we ask, what's in the bowl? And I got to tell you, I cheated. I've already had this because I couldn't wait. I've been sick for 3 weeks. I lost my voice, and that's why we haven't been bringing you some of the content that we promised, especially with Pika-Palooza. But I went ahead and taste tested this, and I got to tell you, I really enjoyed it. Now, it's been about a week since I've had any of it. This is the Friends Vanilla Bean Latte cereal. The first thing, you smell the coffee. You smell the vanilla. You smell the latte flavor immediately. The back of the box has a game on it. You can play the game and move up the staircase to the finish line, and along the way there are Friends trivia questions and all kinds of things that you have to do to get there. So that's fun while you're eating to play that game. And it says to play, place the couch on start. So you got to cut out this couch. You got to cut it out, place it on start. And then you move you flip a coin to move. And if you get heads, you move 2 stair treads. If you get tails, you move 1, and then you follow the instructions on each stair. So, like, there's one that's lose a turn, move ahead 2 steps, move ahead 1. There's start over. So, this could be a fun game to play at the breakfast table on a Saturday morning or a Monday morning or a Tuesday morning, because I've got to tell you, this is really kind of a grown-up cereal. It's still got the fun of the Gen X youth, but it's grown up. It's a dense flake, wheat and bran, slightly frosted with that vanilla latte flavor, but it's dense and it's crunchy and it's substantial. And when I had this for breakfast last week, you know what? I didn't want anything else to eat all day. it filled me up so substantially. I'm using my almond milk, and here we go. So you can smell the latte, vanilla latte flavor, and even in the milk, it's got this amazing crunch. Listen. Because it's dense. It is so dense. And it's tasty, though. It really has all this great flavor. You taste the sweetness of the kind of the glaze, the frosting. And then the vanilla really is pronounced. And then the latte, the coffee flavor, is just very subtle. So if you love coffee flavored things, I don't like coffee, but I like some coffee flavored things. I like, coffee flavored candy, and I do like just the amaretto in, like a tiramisu, but I'm not a coffee drinker. So just a subtle coffee flavor is just right for me. Talk about yourselves. It is super crunchy. This is not one that you're going to finish fast. And that's why this game on the back is kind of perfect, because it's going to take you, if you have a full bowl of this, you're going to finish this game before you finish the bowl. This is one that you have to sit down and really savor and enjoy. This is a cereal designed to make you slow down, which is kind of funny because the Friends TV show was so frenetic. But in 2024, this is going to make you sit down, slow down, and enjoy the time that you're enjoying it, the time that you're eating it. Five out of 5. Definitely 5 out of 5 bowls. This is not one your kids are going to eat. So that's one that you can have just for yourself. And, enjoy some fun of your youth in adulthood. Now, on to number 2. What's in the bowl? General Mills Twinkles. This originally came out in the 1960s. I've never heard of it. I was born in the 70s. But I love the back of the box. This is a fantastic board game. It is a full board game that you can cut out and play. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually, when I finish this box, I'll probably cut this out. And I might save the box. I don't know. But we're going to definitely play this. And there are pieces on the side that you can cut out to move along the board. It is a real board game. And a lot of people forget. And when I say, they used to put games in and on the box, this is what I'm talking about. Not only would we be doing this, in between cartoons, between cartoons, comic books, and kaiju, this is something we would take over to the table and sit and focus and do. Really good. Great artwork. Fun pieces. Retro mascot. Now I opened it up and it smells like probably exactly what it is. A vanilla-based toasted corn cereal. And that's what it says right here. Excuse me. Cough is still being persistent. I'll tell you what, you guys, I've never been so sick in a long time. This last 3 weeks, I was sicker than I've been since I almost died of COVID. True story. but I'm on the mend and recovering. So, Twinkles, star-shaped, corn-based, has a pronounced vanilla scent. Let's taste a couple of dry. They are star-shaped. Can you see that? Okay. Yeah, there we go. The star shape. That has a little bit of a malt flavor to it. So we're going to put it in the bowl. I'm going to get a good portion on this one. And let's see what we got here. Because this isn't so dense, it doesn't require as much milk as the vanilla bean latte. All right, here we go. I mean, this retro. The dogs are in the background losing their minds. All right, here we go. That's interesting. That's a very different flavor profile from modern cereals. The corn is very pronounced. Very pronounced. That's not a bad thing. Okay. The sweetness is very subtle. The vanilla malt is a very subtle flavor. Really, I'm getting more corn than anything. But it doesn't taste burnt or baked. A lot of modern cereals sometimes taste a little bit burned. Or they just taste like cardboard. This is neither. It almost tastes like Kellogg's Pops. Now I need to compare that. But what a great retro trip back in time. I wasn't alive in the 60s, but there's a lot about the 60s I love. And if this cereal was a popular cereal in the 60s, I know why. It's got a great flavor. It's not overwhelming. It's not too sweet. It has a great crisp corn flavor profile. Would this be the top of my list? No, and to tell you the truth, as a Gen Xer, I'm finding myself liking the vanilla bean latte more than the kid cereal. But if I were a kid in the 60s, this would have probably been right at the top of my favorites. On a scale of 1 to 5 bowls of cereal, I'm going to give this one 4 bowls and a spoon. 4 bowls for the cereal, and then the extra half a bowl just for the brilliant retro packaging and marketing on this. This is well done, General Mills. I want to see more of this from you. And so that's my cereal review of the Vanilla Bean Latte and Twinkles cereal from General Mills. Bon appetit. Now, before we go, and I know some of you are like watching this going, why is this guy eating cereal on video? It's what we do. It's what we do every Saturday morning. We get together in our pajamas, big bowls of cereal, and we taste test cereal. We show off prizes from the cereal box, our new loot, and of course, we talk about and celebrate the great cartoons, comic books, and kaiju movies of our Gen X youth. Can you dig that? I knew that you could. Speaking of prizes from the cereal box, this is my level up month, December 1st, and I started doing Pike-a-Palooza and did 7 days. I got through 7 days before this sinus infection took hold. And we are now on day 22 of December. So I have fallen short, but friends and family have gotten me some birthday gifts, and I want to share them with you. And I've gotten myself some too. This is one that I got for myself. This is a She-Hulk, MCU She-Hulk pop, and I found this at Ross for $4.99. I went to Ross looking for Marvel Legends figures because I'm seeing online everyone's finding these great Marvel Legends figures, and I went looking and I did not find a single one. They're also finding Star Wars Black Series. They're finding Fig Arts. What? At Ross? For like pennies. I didn't find any of that. But I did find the She-Hulk pop. And it goes right on the shelf with the She-Hulk Marvel Legends figure and the She-Hulk mini pop. So there we go. I'm obsessed with She-Hulk. If you didn't know that, I love that character. Picked up a couple other cool things for Pike-a-Palooza, and I'm just going to share them because we probably won't come live with you guys or be online with you guys again until maybe after Christmas. We are on hiatus until the first Saturday of January. I think that's January 4th, when we're going to be talking about Kung Fu Lucha Libre cartoons, starting with Hong Kong Phooey. So you want to get cool. You want to get ready for that. All right. So pick this up for myself. Sea Serpent's Air. This is book 1 of the Image graphic novel. It was very different than what I expected. It is a fantasy, a magical fantasy. It is written by I'm going to mispronounce this, Margaret Scott, with art by Pablo Tunica, and really great story. Just not what I was expecting, and beautiful, beautiful artwork. Beautiful. This is book 1. There's 3 in the series. I started this. I'm about halfway through with it. I went ahead and picked this up for Back Issue Breakfast Club. We'll be doing a review of this sometime after the first of the year. Ninja Turtles Black, White, and Green. And this is an anthology series. So different writers, different artists, different stories. And it is exactly what it says. It's all black and white with green accents. So like the black, white, and red that Marvel and DC have done with their characters. So very cool idea. We'll be doing a full review of that after the first of the year. And then I was so excited to pick this up. I've been waiting to see this in the wild, and finally did find it yesterday at Barnes & Noble while I was doing Christmas shopping for everybody else. Johnny got a little Christmas gift for himself, and that is Batman: The Adventure Continues, Volume 3. Volume 1 and 2 are right behind me. This is a continuation of the Batman the Animated Series cartoon, but in comic book form. So it is canon to the Batman the Animated Series, written by Alan Burnett and Paul Dini. Most of the artwork was done by Ty Templeton, although there are a couple of stories in here that were done by a different artist, and not super thrilled with that artist's work. But you know what? It's like a one-off in the collection. The rest of it looks just like Batman the Animated Series, and yeah. So season 3, and I think that's the final season. I think that's the last one they did. And we'll be doing a full review of this on Back Issue Breakfast Club. I'll tell you what I'm on the hunt for. I'm on the hunt for Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, volume, I want to say 5 and 6 now, the final volumes. And I'm on the hunt for what else? The DC versus Vampires. And there's some other ones that I'm looking for, but those are like at the top of my list. So, and the Dick Tracy collected graphic novel and the Gotchaman, G-Force, Battle of the Planets, that just hit shelves. And hopefully I'll be grabbing that this Christmas season. And you'll see more of that. Anyway, that's it for me. That's it until Christmas. I want to thank all of the people who made this year possible. Our Cereal Box Super Friends: Eli T. Cash, Phoenix Sisters Entertainment, Sharice Collins, Dave Mattingly, Valerie Davidson, Blaze Corbett, Sandra Noel, Angelina Vaquera Linky, Larry Amiat, Greg and Crystal Jones, Clyde Hall, Chris Vaglio, Dave Manginelli, and Dennis Pozzi. And we are in the middle of our end of year capital campaign. Everyone who's watching this, if you are a follower or fan of our show, either in audio or video, it doesn't matter. Or if you just follow us on social media on Facebook or Instagram, we're asking everyone who is not currently a contributor to make a one-time $1 donation, at least $1, one time, through buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. Now that's running on the screen below. If you want to become a regular supporter and get the perks and the exclusives and the early releases, like this episode is going to patrons first, patreon.com/cerealboxpod, cerealboxpodcast. So buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod for a one-time donation, patreon.com/cerealboxpodcast for an ongoing supporting donation, and we will appreciate that greatly. If you're looking for a great Christmas gift, that's a great Christmas gift for us, because your one-time donation is going to allow us to do some things in 2025 that we've not been able to do in 2024. We're going to be able to upgrade some equipment, upgrade some cameras, and most importantly, if everyone who follows us on social media did $1, we would be at $24,000, and we could commit to appearing at every major convention in the U.S. next year. But it takes your support to make that happen. We would love to meet you guys in person, and you can make that happen. It will also secure a venue for Back of the Cereal Box's Saturday Magic Matinee, starring yours truly. We want to take that out to theaters again this year, and you can help make that happen. If you're looking for a Christmas gift for somebody else, check out my book series, Tales of the Decoverse, Night Reich, One Night at the Roxy, and The Rise of the Impossibilists. That's available at Barnes & Noble or Amazon. And of course, we always want to thank and recognize our charity partner, Comic Books for Kids. Check this out.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
That's pretty awesome. And I also want to thank my good friend Chris Vaglio of the Song Swap Showdown. Check this out.
Hey everybody, Chris Vaglio here from Song Swap Showdown. We are your weekly musical throwdown podcast. Each and every week, my co-host Amanda Sharp and I each swap 3 songs with each other that we may or may not have heard before, and then we rate those songs on a scale of 1 to 5 records, with 1 being a hard pass of a song and 5 being heavenly music to our ears. The songs are chosen by spinning the wheel of themes at the end of every single episode. But today, I am here to let you know that your weekend is not complete unless you started off by watching Back of the Cereal Box with Johnny Beyond and the rest of the crew. Love you, Johnny. Keep up the amazing work and rock it.
Right back at you, Chris. And that's going to do us until we'll do a special probably Christmas Day, showing off some Christmas loot. And we'll be back. Me, Aubrey, Jenny, and Ivy Roman is coming back every now and again. So we'll be back January 4th, every Saturday, starting with Kung Fu Lucha Libre with Hong Kong Fooey. You don't want to miss it. And until the next time, love you, mean it. We'll catch you on the back of the cereal box. Ta-da!